Hey everyone, welcome back to Rate Take Stacking. In today's video, I want to talk a little bit about what's been going on with the America's Gold. But before I do that, I just want to touch on something that I should have brought up in yesterday's video, but I didn't notice it until after it was all loaded and everything like that. But yesterday, June 11th, was actually the 1 year anniversary of me starting the YouTube channel, Rig Tag Stacking. And it's been a lot of fun getting to know everybody in the silver stacking community. So yeah, I do know that today's topic is about gold, but I usually do talk about silver. And it's been a lot of fun getting to know everyone in the silver stacking community. And like I said, I always enjoy talking with everyone down in the comments. And it seems to be a very welcoming and knowledgeable community. And I can always find a load of people to help me with any problems that I have or questions that I have. It's a very fun community to be a part of. And also for something for you guys to look forward to on the channel, I do have a collaboration video coming with the Florida Stacker. We did a collaboration late last year in 2020, I believe it was November, and we are going to do another video coming up in the near future, so stay tuned for that. I'm not sure exactly when it'll come out, but it'll be in the next couple of weeks. And yeah, so I do look forward to another video with the Florida Stacker. Okay, so getting into today's topic, it's talking about the US gold. And unfortunately, I don't have any US gold in front of me. I do have some gold from Canada and Australia and the UK, but unfortunately, I don't have any US gold. But I just have this stuff out here in front of you to just to show while I'm talking about it. So this is almost a little bit of a follow-up video that I did. It was talking about the U.S. Mint getting a full audit, and this was suggested by a Congressman Mooney. And in this article today, they go over the letter that he wrote to the Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, and it goes over some of the things that he's hoping to get done with his proposal of going through the U.S. gold activities and kind of getting a full audit, like the other article that I talked about. He was suggesting a full audit, and I'm going to jump onto the computer here and show you this article where it goes over some of the things that he actually wrote down to Janet Yellen. Okay, so this is the article here. It is on moneymetals.com, and the title is Congressman Presses Secretary Yellen for Disclosure of U.S. Gold Activities. It's going down here. Representative Alex Mooney, sponsor of the Gold Treasury Transparency Act of 2021, to require the first true audit of America's gold in decades. Like I said, I just did a video a couple of weeks ago talking about how we wanted the full audit. And I was surprised that they hadn't had one done in over 60 years. Let's see here. He wrote to the Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen this week requesting detailed information about U.S. gold holdings. According to testimony in 2011 by Gary Engel, the Director of Financial Management and Assurance at the Government Accountability Office, about 5% of the U.S. gold holdings were stored at the time at Federal Reserve Bank in New York. He also stated that the gold is not considered audited and that no assaying or inventory of the gold has occurred since at least 1986. So, at least since 1986, they're saying, like a partial assaying or inventory had been done of the gold. But a full audit of the reserve hasn't been done since, I think they said the Eisenhower administration. So at the current time, what amount of U.S. gold holdings is vaulted at the Federal Reserve Bank at New York or by the Federal Reserve using other depositories? Also, has this gold been recently audited, assayed, or inventoried? If so, please provide me with a copy of any relevant reports. And number 2 says, for what purposes is United States gold bullion stored at the Federal Reserve? Number 3, according to testimony by Mr. Engel, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York holds gold for other nations as well. Is the U.S.-owned gold stored at the Federal Reserve held in a physically segregated manner from the holdings of other nations? During the 2011 hearing, Representative Luetkemeyer referred to the report that 261 million ounces in U.S. gold owned in part by IMF's reserves. It says, at present, how many ounces of U.S.-owned gold are in the possession of the IMF or pledged to the IMF? And where is the gold kept? Also, please describe the purpose and nature of this arrangement, as well as what oversight procedures are in place. How much U.S.-owned gold is in possession and or used by the Exchange Stabilization Fund as part of his activities? What is the purpose and nature of the ESF's gold activities? And finally, one of the last things that they pulled from his letter says, please provide details as to what U.S.-owned gold is currently pledged, swapped, leased, or otherwise encumbered, and for what purposes, including and not limited to arrangements involving the Bank for International Settlements, World Bank, IMF, and other financial situations, foreign or domestic. So this inquiry came after he wanted the Comptroller General to immediately conduct a full assay, inventory, and audit of the U.S. gold reserves. It says down here, however, federal government officials have strongly resisted disclosure of these activities for decades. To address these concerns, H.R. 3526 also requires a full accounting of any and all sales, purchases, disbursements, or receipts, a full accounting of any and all encumbrance, including due to lease, swap, or similar transactions, blah, 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 in the past 15 years. So I'm not going to go through the whole thing here. I will leave a link in the article. I did go through a good chunk of the article, just going through some of the things they pulled from Representative Mooney's letter here. And there is just a little bit down here. But yeah, this is kind of, like I said, a little bit of a follow-up to the video I made where he was first talking about suggesting a U.S. gold reserve audit, or at least a full audit of the gold reserves. And here he kind of went into a little bit more detail of what he would like to get, what he would fully like to get from this, audit / kind of, I don't know, investigation of it. And I'd be interested too to see what's been going on with the U.S. Mint and their gold, because it's been pretty secretive, I guess, not really fully disclosing everything that's going on. And they don't really have a full idea of everything there since the last time they did a full one, they said back around 60 years ago. Okay, so that was the article. I thought you would enjoy it. I have seen some things from this Representative Mooney before, like I keep mentioning in that previous video, but also I saw something where he was suggesting getting rid of the some of the taxes on precious metals, like the capital gains and the remaining sales tax. This was an article talking about, I believe it was Arkansas dropping their taxes on the precious metals, and I was surprised to see that 10 states still have additional taxes on there. So it's good to see someone kind of interested in what's been going on with the gold. And like it even said in the article there's not too many people or politicians that are pushing for this. It's kind of been a quiet thing that no one's really looked into for decades. And it seems like this Congressman Mooney wants to put an end to that. And it'll be interesting to see how much pushback he gets or how much help he receives. You know what I mean? There's a lot of back scratching in Washington. So if this is going to submarine or sabotage his career, then you might see him pull back on certain things because he's kind of getting pushed back. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully they actually go ahead and do a full accounting and auditing of the gold reserves there, because it'd be pretty interesting to see exactly what's been going on. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. That's it for today's video. Let me know down in the comments what you think. For me, I highly doubt that this is going to go forward. You know what I mean? He can go ahead and write as many letters as he wants. I encourage him to. I suggest that he continues doing so. But as far as it leading to anything in Washington anytime soon, I'm not holding my breath. But who knows? Stranger things have happened, and maybe this will be the start of a change in people's minds, and maybe we'll get some answers. But yeah, like I said, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you come back for the next one. Thank you.